Hello. This would be my voice without forcing anything. That would include pitch and emotion. I absolutely can emote, but it's not something I naturally do unless I am maybe with a close friend in person. When I was in the psychiatric ward when I was about 18 years old, the doctor described me as flat. Specifically, he said I spoke in a robotic tone. That was not the first time I was described in that way. People have commented on the tone of my voice in person, as well as the speed I speak at. There was one guy who said it sounded like I forced down my voice, which was not the case. I naturally speak like this, and I naturally sound like I force it down, I guess. But I have had difficulty expressing myself for as long as I can remember. It got notably bad at the age of 12 because that's when I just went straight up flat effect. As in, most if not all emotion dropped from my expression. In my YouTube videos, especially as of late, I try to express myself to add more spice to the video, if you will. I put on an expressive voice, or as expressive as I can get, simply because I feel people will get bored of listening to my monotonous voice. But I am also on antipsychotics, which help me with my expression. My family commented on the fact that I was much more expressive after I started taking those. If you're curious, I've been through Risperdal, Latuda, Vraylar, and now Abilify. Risperdal basically just slapped me and told me to deal with it on my own. Latuda just made me very tired. Vraylar helped a lot, but it was expensive. Abilify has been working pretty well for me right now. But if you're curious, my expressiveness is not limited to my voice. I also have trouble expressing myself via my facial expressions. When I was screened for autism, the psychologist who screened me, commented on the fact that I only had 2 facial expressions to give, which is a polite smile and then a face of discomfort. Because I have 2 conditions that contribute to my expressiveness or my limited expressiveness. I have autism, which means that I will be flat and I can't express myself in a way that makes sense to other people. Not all autistic people are like this, but I'm one of them who are. I have a schizoaffective disorder diagnosis in which my emotions will be flat due to schizophrenic symptoms, but I will have reactions and say things that may not make sense to other people, which may seem bizarre. Or I may have inappropriate reactions, such as crying at a joke, like sadly, or laughing at a funeral. So those are 2 main things that will affect my display of emotions. But think of creating a YouTube video as putting on a show for other people in which I will try to emote as best I can in order for the video to be more interesting. I don't plan on using a clickbaity title for this in order for people to watch it, but I do expect people to lose interest after the fact that I don't express any emotion for a little bit. My voice is also naturally deeper than I lead on, mostly because I often use a higher pitched voice because it's my customer service voice. I use it with strangers. You know, when someone comes to your door with the pizza you ordered and you're like, "Thank you, that was wonderful." Where you're just intentionally forcing everything out. Yeah, I would do that for videos, particularly because I don't feel that my primary voice is very pleasant to listen to. It's a little deep, monotonous, and I don't like how it sounds personally. But also on the topic of the video, expressiveness, which, like I said, I have trouble with. I've had trouble with it for years. I'll be 23 in a month, and that'll mark at least 10 years of having flat effect. I do have an old recording of my voice from when I was 12 years old in which it is pretty monotonous. It's pretty much like how I'm speaking right now, except I do force some smugness in order to be funny in it. So essentially the point of this is to say that most emotion I display in YouTube videos is forced, for the sake of entertainment of course. I'm not stressing myself by doing it, it's just me trying to have fun. Because I do enjoy acting, I guess. Things like voice acting, that is. But in most cases, I am not very emotional. I will often try to force emotion to give off some sense of relatability. One of the reasons it took until I was this old to ever put my voice on the internet was because offline for years people would comment on my voice in negative ways. I would feel like an idiot just for the way I spoke naturally. And I would feel boring and annoying for it because people would be like, "Why are you speaking so slow? Why don't you show any emotion?" And the answer is just because I'm not trying to not show emotion. Bro, I am just speaking. That was to be funny also. The line, that is. Anyway, so for other YouTube videos in the future, I am definitely going to be trying to show more emotion. For the sake of entertainment, of course. Don't expect me to continue keeping up the monotonous voice for videos, because I've had people comment annoying things about my voice when I do that. It's like, why do you speak like that? That type of thing. And I'm sick of it. I'd rather just practice maybe voice acting skills by acting in the audio for a video than speak how I naturally do when I feel that bores people anyway. But yeah, I made this video simply because the voice video I made got a lot of views when I did not expect that to happen. And my voice situation has just been something that's been going on for over a decade, so probably as old as some of the watchers of the video. Regardless, this is just how I naturally speak. I don't plan on continuing doing this for videos because I think I'll bore people. My throat is also getting dry and I'm suffering. It's also beginning to rain, so thank you for watching and or listening, and I will see you guys again soon. So goodbye.